Hello, my name is Masa. Today we're gonna need the stuff in front of you: a sketchbook, a pencil, a mechanical pencil, an eraser, a ruler, and a sharpener if needed, and the earbuds for shading. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button and comment down below whether you like my videos or not. First of all, we're gonna start with the nose. In the beginning, we have to draw a circle in the middle, and it has to be like not a perfect circle, kind of a perfect circle. So try to do it as a perfect circle. And then besides it, we have to draw two circles between the sides, like on the left and on the right. We have to draw smaller circles on the side. And this is how we are going to draw it. Watch carefully and do it carefully. At this point, we're gonna start going into the details. First of all, we're gonna draw the two openings of the nose. Follow up with the video so that you can be able to have it perfectly. Here, we're gonna draw both the sides of the nose. They are supposed to be perfect circles so that they can look like real nose. Prepare your earbuds because after a couple of steps you are going to start shading the nose to make it look more realistic. Here we're gonna draw the nose bone. It has to be like a curved line going inside and then outside. Inside and then outside. We do it twice on both sides. Here we're gonna start erasing the unnecessary lines, and you can erase some if you want to go in more details, but after this you have to draw them back because it's the point where we're gonna shade. So watch carefully and see exactly what I erase so that yours can look exactly like mine. Make the lines a bit darker because after this step we're gonna start shading. At this point you're gonna start shading with your earbud, exactly going on the same direction I'm going on. You have to move carefully and in the correct direction so that you can show that the nose is a 3D nose. Keep rubbing with your earbud until you start seeing that there are some shading lines inside your nose, as it is shown with me. And in the circle that we drew in the beginning, we have to shade it in circle with the earbud. In circles we shaded. I want you to start exactly following up with the details that I'm going to do, because I'm gonna redo over some lines that must be inside the nose, like the circle. I'm redoing it because I already erased it in the first place. So that's why I said to you, you can erase some details and then you have to draw them back. That's exactly what I did. So after this, you're gonna draw back the circle and shade it around it more so that it can look like more 3D. We're gonna add more shading to some parts, like for example the circling and the tip of the bone on the right. After adding some shading lines, we're gonna start shading it with the earbud. Right now we're gonna start out with the eye. You're gonna need a ruler for this eye. First of all, we're gonna go on starting with a big circle, not a really big circle, a middle-sized circle as the pupil of the eye. After this, we're gonna start drawing a smaller circle inside the original circle which we drew in the first place. At this point, we're gonna take the ruler and use it and put it under the small circle and draw a line under the small circle that we drew inside the big circle, so that this is the pupil. Here in this point, you have to have on one side a short line and the other side a tall line. After drawing this straight line, we're gonna go above the small circle and draw a curved line inside the pupil. After drawing the curved line inside the pupil, we're gonna take from the left line a line going downwards to the point of the line, and on the other side the same thing, but we're gonna leave a little space at the end. From the place that we ended the line in, we're gonna start from that point and go downwards under the pupil without crossing inside the pupil and go back the place we were, and then we're gonna hit the line a little bit straight, and from the point that we ended it above on the left side, we're gonna take it a little bit under the line and curve it as a circle, a small little oval on the edge. Here we're gonna start erasing the line that we drew inside the eye. That line was used to make the eye a bit equal. Here, we're gonna start erasing a little bit from the small circle at the top right edge, and we're gonna draw a smaller circle inside it. Watch carefully and do exactly what I do. After drawing the circle exactly like this, you can use a black pen either to fill the small circle that we drew, or we can use the pencil to do this thing. But it has to be a sharp pencil so that you can't go outside the lines. After filling the circle either with a black pen or with a mechanical pencil, we are gonna draw a curved line over the eye exactly as I am drawing it carefully, and it must also not have any curved line other than this shape. After doing this line, we're gonna start drawing unequal lines inside the pupil around the colored circle. We're gonna start drawing like unequal lines around it, but we're not gonna go over the white circle. Here, we're gonna start going inside the pupil and coloring around it exactly on the same way I'm coloring it. At the top, we're gonna go from right to left, right to left. And then on the left side, we're gonna go up to down, but we're gonna draw it a little bit thin. And then the same thing on the right, up, down, up, down. And on the bottom, we're gonna draw left, right, left, right. That's how we're gonna do it at this point. After drawing the lines around the pupil, from inside we're gonna start drawing unequal lines around it. But at the top, it's an exception. We're not gonna draw around it any equal or unequal lines. It's gonna stay as it is, and we're not gonna do anything except we're gonna make the line a little bit thicker like we did it last time. At the corner from the left, we're gonna draw a little curved line to do this outlining thing, and we're gonna start making the place around the eye darker, because after this we're gonna start shading, so we're gonna need a little bit darker place so that we can have a darker shade inside the eye. Here you will get your earbud and start shading as I am gonna do. First of all, on the eye we're gonna go from the point that we scratched, and we're gonna go up down in a circle, up down in a circle, and be careful not to get the shading inside the white circle. That's for this point. After finishing from shading inside the pupil, we're gonna shade around the eye. As I am doing, we're gonna start shading from the corner of the pupil down to the right and then go around the eye as I am doing and then stop. Hold back your pencil and at the corner from the left we're gonna draw a small triangle inside this corner that we drew, and then we're gonna have a line from this side going curved to upwards. After drawing this triangle, we're gonna shade, and after shading, we're gonna hold from the corner a line going down there to the place of the eye as I drew it. And you have to be careful with this. And then at the bottom, we're gonna draw a line curved under it, but not really far from it. It's gonna be curved under it, exactly as I did. Right here, we have 3 types of eyelashes. These 3 types are the cross, which are like 2 hairs going across each other, and then we have the 2 hairs at the same point, and we have the one that is alone. I'm gonna draw the shape of them for you to make sure that you understand it. And then we're gonna start drawing the eyelashes for the eye carefully. Here you're gonna use either your sharp pencil or your mechanical pencil. At this mechanical pencil, we're gonna start drawing hairs going exactly the way that I'm drawing them, and then when you reach the middle, it's gonna be a straight hair, and then after this straight hair, you're gonna start doing the opposite on the other side, and the hairs are gonna be the opposite of the other ones. Here at this point, we're gonna make more eyelashes exactly in the same direction that we drew the first one. We're gonna use the cross, the both at the same point, and the one that is alone. We're gonna start doing them all over the eye on the place that we already started it at the top, and then after this we're gonna go to the bottom. When we go to the bottom, I'm gonna explain another thing. After drawing the top eyelashes, we're gonna start with the bottom. At the bottom, we can also use the cross, the both at the same side and the ones that are alone. But first of all, we're gonna need to do the directions of it, and then we're gonna start filling the eyelashes. When we want to start filling the eyelashes, for these eyelashes, you're gonna try to take it above the line and then curve it a bit and then go down. Curve it above the line and then a bit down, and do the same thing for the others. we're going to start at this point, we're going to start drawing the lips. So first of all, we're gonna draw a line. You can use a ruler or you can just do it with your hand. And then on the right and the left, we're gonna draw lines. One that at the like above, it's gonna be a taller line, at the bottom it's gonna be the shorter line, because the upper lip is gonna be a thick lip and at the bottom it's gonna be a little bit small. You're gonna start drawing a line in the middle. It should be in the middle. So you're gonna start drawing a line in the middle, and then you are going to draw a circle above. At the above one, you're gonna draw a big circle, like one circle only, and then at the bottom we are gonna draw two circles. Follow up with the video so that you can have a perfect flip. Under the big circle, we're gonna start shading lines so that we can make the curve of the tip of the lip. So we're gonna start shading it a little bit darker with a pencil and follow up for more. At the top of the big circle, we're gonna draw a triangle in the middle or a U shape. It depends how you want the lip to look like. So I kinda drew it like a U, a big U, and then we're gonna start drawing the lips downwards equally. It's gonna be like from curving it up a little bit and then we go back down. It should be equal. So here I did a mistake, so I erased it back to fix it, to make both sides equal. In this way, both sides are equal. At the tips of the line of the lips, we're gonna add like a small line out coming of the square to make like a hole at the tips of the lips, and then we're gonna go downwards and connect it to the small circle from the left and do the same thing on the other side. And of course they are supposed to be equal because the lip is always equal. Here, we're gonna start erasing the unnecessary lines, which are the circles in the middle and the square. So we're gonna start erasing it, and after erasing it, I'm gonna tell you what to do. After erasing the unnecessary lines, we're gonna make it more darker at the tips because it's always there dark because it's deep. So we're gonna make it darker at this point. After this, we're gonna start making the lines to make the lips more realistic. So we're gonna start making lines curved from down to up, and it's gonna go like down, curved outside and then inside, down, curved outside and then inside. And we're gonna continue doing the same thing until we are done. And then here in the middle at the tip, in the middle tip, the lines are gonna start going straight because it's gonna go straight, just straight. And we're gonna continue the same thing for the lips, but at the bottom lip we're gonna start going from up to down, and it's gonna go up, outside, inside, up, outside, inside, up, outside, inside. And the same thing in the middle, the lines are gonna start getting straight. Keep going until you finish the upper lip and the bottom lip, and then we're gonna start making some lights around the lips, lights like inside the lip, to make it like more realistic, as if there's a light shining on your lips, to make it reflect or have like a light reflected on it. After drawing the lines, we're gonna start using an earbud to start shading. And of course, after shading, we're gonna make a darker line in the middle at the opening of the mouth to make it like an open mouth, to show that it's real. After this, you're gonna use an eraser. It has to be a little bit sharp because we're gonna start making the light that reflects over the lip. So I used my mechanical pencil. You can use the eraser of your pencil or a little sharp eraser to do the lights and make it like more reflective, and like it's gonna make it more realistic. At this point, I have helped you to draw 3 things of the human face, so please don't forget to put the like button and hit the subscribe button.